Hey everybody, this is Perch. A gaslighting, it is the way we communicate now on the internet and with each other and with everything else. And I guess the thing I don't get about it is what stake do a lot of people have in this game? Like the argument over Star Wars. I can see being upset with it if it's something you liked a long time ago and now it's different. You could be upset. Now, I mean, throwing a constant tantrum about it is kind of a different thing, but saying I used to like this and now I don't like it is pretty normal. You do that with relationships, you do that with cars, you do it with everything. Opinions, and tastes change over time. Uh, what I don't get, and I've mentioned this in the videos before, is the kind of the aggression and anger on the other side. Why would people who, in theory, like Star Wars get so involved in this argument and battle with it? In comic books, if somebody doesn't like the direction of Marvel, isn't it easy to kind of lap those people off? Well, we like what the company is doing now. They're making content for us. We're buying it. We're happy. Happy days, suckers. Like these people should be happy. They shouldn't be angry. And I guess I don't understand the anger, and then I don't understand the gaslighting that follows it around, well, comic books are always this way. No, they weren't. They've changed. And it's okay they've changed, or maybe it's not, depending on your point of view, but regardless, they have changed. So it does this idea of trying to convince people that, hey, you're angry about something, but you shouldn't be because it's exactly the same as how it was when you were a kid, even when it's clearly not. What's the point in that argument? What do you have to win? I have the same thought to people, and what I'm about to say has been construed in the past as being pro-Comicsgate. And I would love for the people who argue that I'm pro-Comicsgate to see some of the emails and the messages and comments on live streams from Comicsgate about me. They're not kind. But regardless, why do you wake up in the morning and think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to post fuck Comicsgate because that's how I want to communicate today. What's the point? Why? The mainstream is doing what you want. You're getting characters, legacy characters changed, everything else. You're getting what you say you want. You're getting what you say you love. The people who show up on Twitter like everything Marvel does is just worthy of stroking one off. Like, then you must be the happiest person in the world. Why are you so angry all the time? Why are you fighting with this people who are trolls? Why are you arguing when you're getting what you want? That seems very, very weird. And on top of all that, I mean, why defend things that are clearly dumb? And I know dumb is subjective and everything else, but let me take you for a moment outside of comics to this Acolyte show. And this show is getting beat up all over the place. And I've seen these articles and people writing stuff about the usual suspects of YouTube and internet message boards are shitting all over this show because of diversity. Okay, I'm not going to deny that there are definitely some people who are, but for me, I can't get over what feels like really dumb things in this show. And, the biggest are if you're watching this Acolyte show, we've had two flashbacks to where the girls being the major stars in the show, the two girls are growing up on this planet. And the Jedi show up to try and figure out, hey, something weird's going on this planet. And they reveal things in this show, in this episode, and then later they do it again in the second flashback to this time. And it seems just really stupid on the surface, like their entire little fortress burns down from fire, even though it's made out of stone. I'm that guy. That doesn't make any sense to me. The fact that you've got this ultra secret coven of Force / magic witch users, whatever. And they're trying to keep under the radar and not be found out, but they've built their town on the top of a mountain, like where everyone can see it. It's got lights on. It's like a lighthouse. And and to make matters worse, at one point during the show, they have the Jedi and they're like, they've been on this planet for like 2 months. And they're like, fuck, we can't find anything on this planet. I don't know where anything is. I guess maybe it is deserted. And then the next shot is this big, wide outdoor shot of this mountain palace all lit up kind of right in the middle of everything. Like, to me, that's stupid. And so when I see stuff like that, I think, well, this just insults my intelligence. This is just clearly really, really dumb. And then to have people come in and go, oh no, this is the best Star Wars show ever, actually. How? How do you believe? I don't believe you. I don't, that's why I say a lot of this stuff, I don't understand the argument, because nobody watching this show is like, this is the most smart cinema ever. I mean, you're not bothered that the entire stone fortress burned down somehow with fire that started from burning a little journal. Like I don't even get how anyone isn't looking at this, even if you're enamored with Star Wars, even if you like all the changes to Star Wars, and that's fine if you are, but this still seems stupid, right? In comics, when you get like that Secret Empire storyline, and the fact that a major part of the whole plot was that there was an Inhuman who could vomit out things that people wanted. That was the character's power, and that character wound up being the MacGuffin that kind of saved everything. Or how about the fact that Marvel and Nick Spencer were talking ahead of time, saying this is Captain America. We're definitely, absolutely for sure, we're absolute sure not going to have a different Captain America appear. Like the good one is not going to come out of nowhere and save the day. This is the real Captain America. And then like 2 issues later, it's like, hey, there's a good Captain America here running around, and he's going to come out and fight the bad Captain America. Like, what the fuck? I mean, like, why would you make these statements? To me, that's the most irritating part of comics. It is far more irritating, and it's more complicated, I grant you, than what makes for a good YouTube video. But when you're in there and you're going, I mean, on one hand, you could go, yeah, damn it, too many women and lesbians and other things doing comics. You could take that approach, but fuck, I mean, to me, I would take easily, hands down, the world's biggest lesbian writing a comic book if it made sense. My problems with comics or movies or shows of these types, they have nothing to do with the gender or race or any of the creators. I mean, look, I've beat up on Dan Slott plenty, and there's a lot there to beat up on. I mean, sorry, I don't mean to do it. But as far as I know, Dan Slott is a straight white male. I have no idea. Maybe I'm sure. I'm assuming he's straight, and yet he's written some of the most grown, painful Spider-Man comics that have existed. He steadfastly argued that no, fans don't want to see Peter Parker and Mary Jane get back together. Nobody really wants that. It's just a small collection of internet trolls that want that. Sure enough, Hickman's Ultimate Spider-Man comes out, sells huge. I mean, like, what bothers me is when people say things that are blatantly, obviously untrue, or people pick fights for no apparent reason whatsoever, or it's just dumb. It's like it's the scene from Glass Onion. It's just dumb, and it hurts that it's dumb. The problem with the Acolyte, I mean, look, the writer. The problem with the writer is that they wrote this stupid shit. Like, at some point, somebody sat down in a room, came up with this plot, went into a writer's room, went through all this, got a show filmed that included, we're going to have this stone fortress burn down, and we're going to have a super seclusive, group of space witches who are trying to hide from everyone, but we're going to have them in a giant-ass mountain palace blazing their lights across the entire planet. Or the stuff with Nick Spencer, or the stuff with Dan Slaughter, or any of this stuff. Or the fact that you have Tom King doing a plot right now in Wonder Woman where she's being chased around by the government. And then we're going to do a full-blown crossover where the characters get chased around by the government again. And it's that stuff. That's the stuff that kills me. I think, at least for the people who are listening to this, that's a lot of you too. I think that the people who are loving this stuff, who are claiming that, nope, this is the best comics have ever been in the history of ever, this is absolutely amazing. They don't believe that, and I don't believe they're actually reading comics. Just like I don't believe the people who are like, the biggest problem in the history of the world is the chicks writing comics. That's the biggest problem. Those people aren't reading comics either. The people who are making all the noise are not reading comics. The problem is for the rest of us, when you see something really stupid in the comic, when you see a plot point that is just dumb, we get shouted down by these two groups of lunatics who aren't even reading this shit. We're the ones who are actually consuming this stuff and going, hang on a second, just a moment. I just want to clarify. We're doing the entire planet is dark again. Didn't we just do that? Didn't Donny Cates do this like 2 years ago? 2 years ago? We're doing it again, and now they're all vampire. Like what? Why? Those are the people who are getting crapped on. Those are the people who desperately just want some good content here, and I just don't get it. Anyway, it's the dumb that's the problem. Thanks for listening.